We are fighting regarding Gachagua, who is rudderless. He doesn't know where he's coming from, where he's going, because he has not even been clear.
Honorable Speaker, I respect Honorable Millie a lot. But I think it's not a very good trade that this House will keep on attacking people who are defenseless in this House. They are not here. I think even in our references of jokes, we may use the people who are there to defend themselves so that we be fair to everyone.
Ndindi, Nyoro.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, and I'm happy that Honorable Millie is actually still around from the previous debate, and I can see her struggles. She's actually very lost. I don't even know whether Millie Odhiambo still recognizes Millie Odhiambo as her name. Such a great mind should not belong where she is. You know where you belong, Honorable Millie. Going to the debate, Honorable Speaker, it is good to align the management of our finances, and especially when we have different levels of government, because at the end of the day, the money that belongs to the country belongs to the people of Kenya. It doesn't matter where you are serving them from. In fact, even as we give the service to the people of Kenya as leaders in our various capacities, the people of Kenya never bother to know, and rightly so, whether it is national government or county government. The government must always work coherently to deliver quality service to the people of Kenya. And aligning in terms of how we spend public resources is of importance, so that we don't appear like we are acting in competition. There should always be coherence. But Honorable Speaker, because I don't wish to give many comments, one thing that we must be very aware of is that in the PFM Act, which is a robust act that we use in various ways in terms of management of our resources, it is important that we know it is not a book that exists only for convenience. Any kind of law that we make, including the PFM Act, Honorable Speaker, is usually there because there has been historical incidences. And therefore, out of the laws, we try to streamline how things should be done in the future, which the future could be now the present. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, what I'm referring to, even as we pass these amendments, even as we debate these amendments, it is important that we look at the content of the entire PFM Act and see as a House whether there is merit if we want to take credit out of what it has achieved. And we realize, Honorable Speaker, that there is a lot that leaves so much to be desired. And especially when it comes to management of development projects in Kenya. It's very clear, Honorable Speaker, on what accounting officers should do in regards to development projects. That it does not serve the people of Kenya when we start allocating monies for new projects, when we have ongoing ones that are stalled. Honorable Speaker, even when we are building a classroom, because it's a very good case to understand how this is retrogressive for all of us. If you use CDF money to build a classroom up to rental, and you spend public money, and then you start another one, you do up to foundation, and then you do another one, a hall, up to fourth course, until the Kenyan people can get the utility out of the projects that we implement. All that is money that is lost, Honorable Speaker. Because the utility of the money is in the use. And the use of some of these projects is only when the utility of this project, is only in the use. If you do a road and you leave it without completion, then you start another one and another one, Honorable Speaker. This is something that we have to be very forthright on, and I believe even the Office of the Auditor General can be very keen in this kind of malfeasance in the management of public resources. The other thing, Honorable Speaker, we have passed laws on how to manage our debt in this parliament. And by the way, the current laws of Kenya only permit debt up to 55% of our GDP, with a part of only 5%, meaning maximum of 60. But is that our debt currently? It is over 10% more than that. Honorable Speaker, what I'm trying to say is that we make laws, and especially money that guides, laws that guides how we spend public resources, so that we have order in the management of that money, and also, Honorable Speaker, so that we don't have money getting lost, and so that we also don't overburden future generations using the current spending. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, it is good that we keep on pointing and looking at the public officers who are going against the laws we have passed here in Parliament. Because ultimately, laws must never be books that we keep in ourselves in the offices of government. There should be something that we must follow. For example, now, Honorable Speaker, honestly, why is Kenyan debt more than 70%? Yet all our laws only permit up to 60%. Who are these people who sign extra loans, Honorable Speaker, and extra debt? Is it that it was past time when we passed these laws? I don't think so. They were meant for something. And that something can only be achieved if we abide by the laws that we make and we pass. As I go to the conclusion, Honorable Speaker, the issue of pending bills is actually out of not following our PFM Act. The reason why we have so many people closing businesses here in Kenya out of the vagaries they have gotten by doing business with government as vendors is basically out of some of the people, some of us in government, and especially accounting officers, going against the PFM Act. If we strictly follow it, Honorable Speaker, this term, which is only mostly very dominant in Kenya, will not be there. And there is a spiral effect to it, Honorable Speaker. When we have entrepreneurs who get punished out of doing business with government, Honorable Speaker, we continue to decimate the most important factor of production in the current economy, Honorable Speaker, in the modern economy, which is entrepreneurship and ingenuity and the ability of human beings to produce. Honorable Speaker, therefore, as we debate this, it is important we look at it in entirety so that, Honorable Speaker, we can be able to make all the officers who should follow the laws to follow them, because we never pass them to be in cabinets. I submit, Honorable Speaker.
The Honorable Millie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I stand to support. And even in supporting, I just wanted to respond to my good brother, Honorable Ndindi Nyoro, before I speak. And Mr. Speaker, I want to say that I want to largely agree with him that I look different in my posturing as a politician for very obvious reasons. And that is because since I joined Parliament, I have largely been in opposition. We were in short stints when we came in the coalition government with Kibaki, the government of national unity with Kibaki, and then we were in a short stint, I think, also with the President Uhuru Kenyatta. But even in those moments, you know, it's an uneasy place because it's not really your government. So in a way, I do agree with you that, and that's why I was saying earlier on that I'm kind of a mongrel. But I want to say that you should actually also look at yourself. You're also very different. And Mr. Speaker, when he was the chairman of the budget committee, he was the greatest apologist for the government of Kenya. And the things now, in fact, when you just oppose the things he was saying then and the things he's saying now, it's actually amusing. But that's the nature of politics. It's the same way I see people putting the things that Honorable Mbadi used to say and the Minister for Energy used to say. And what they say now is very different. And that's why, Mr. Speaker, sometimes I tell people, try as much as possible to live your politics based on principle like myself. Because it's very difficult to eat your words. I very occasionally eat my words. I know because we are fallible as human beings, but I very occasionally eat my words. And that is because I stand by, you know, I go by principle. And you will notice when I think something is wrong, even when I'm fought, I will be quiet out of courtesy. And Mr. Speaker, you can even see on our side, because we are not used to these kind of things. So even when we are supporting President Ruto, we go, we support Ruto, we support Ruto. Why are we fighting when we are supporting President Ruto? Just say, I support President Ruto. Don't fight that you are supporting President. Until like one day, yesterday, I think I had one of our leaders saying, we are going for war. And I'm like, who are we fighting? we are fighting Uhuru Kenyatta, who is not vying as president. We are fighting Rigathi Gachagua, who is rudderless. He doesn't know where he's coming from, where he's going, because he has not even been cleared, but we are busy fighting him. So that confusion is all around, especially in our party. So sometimes let some of us who've been here a long time relax and support quietly the way we do. So even if Honorable Ndindi Nyoro...
Let's see, Honorable Ndindi, now that you...
Honorable Speaker, I respect Honorable Millie a lot. But I think it's not a very good trend that this House will keep on attacking people who are defenseless in this House. They are not here. I think even in our references of jokes, we may use the people who are there to defend themselves so that we be fair to everyone.
Great, Millie, you may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Actually, I didn't actually, yes, please inform me. Now, this is part of broad-based.
Millie, do you want to be informed?
Yes, I want to be informed.
Proceed, Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I wanted to inform the Honorable Millie that I was keenly listening to her. And she has not attacked anybody. In fact, she has only advised others.
Yes.
And you know, I don't know why people get jittery when they are advised. I have heard others, Honorable Speaker, in the recent few days, saying that, oh, Uhuru has since retired, but retirement should not mean that he's dumb, he cannot speak. But nobody has told Uhuru that he can't speak. Uhuru has every right to speak as the fourth president of the Republic of Kenya. What people have a problem with is a former president undermining another sitting president, and more so, attempting to use a community as his shield when he's doing what he's doing in undermining an administration. But we want the former president to speak. In fact, I'll be very happy to hear the former president speak and tell us what was happening in River Yala when bodies were being fished out of River Yala. I would want the former president, President Uhuru